Did Jerome Powell just kill crypto and hurt XRP's chances for that massive pump we've all been waiting for?
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Hola, dudes and chicks, and it's not looking good because apparently the market wanted more Powell. But first, your comments. That's right. For new viewers, this is how it works. Drop me something hot, something spicy in the comments, something relative. You know, that helps too. Maybe I'll share it in the beginning of the next video. Crypto King says, Josie must be really boring in bed. Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about regarding Josie. Yeah, Josie, like, upset about my language. I put a disclaimer on my video. Brendan Hammer says, Klaus, I don't know how people aren't buying up these low prices. But I want to ask you, what is really considered low at this point? I mean, when we look at XRP, and let's just take a quick look, you've been able to get sub 60 cents. That hasn't been a problem. You've been able to buy recently sub 50 cents, sub 45. So I want to hear from you. What's considered low price for XRP? Support for the channel is very appreciated. C1 Domingue, and hopefully I'm saying that right, to supporting the channel. Thank you very much. Well, you are very, very welcome, and thank you for the support. Let's get to that heat map because, oh, I think Jerome Powell just shot the market in the foot. For real, Jerome's rolling up to the club, and you know what he does? He sprays outside with the homies and just scatters the crowd. Wait until you see how this lines up with this. It is absolutely insane to see the power of one man. The Fed hold interest rates steady, but hints at a cut ahead. The money has it that there's 100% chance that he's going to cut at the next one, but man, he better. England is cut. Canada's cut. We've seen plenty of places cut, but Jerome is staying prude. In a unanimous decision, the Fed kept its policy rate in a range of 5.25 and 5.50, where rates have remained since last July. So what they said, the broad sense of the committee is that the economy is moving closer to a point at which it will be appropriate to reduce our policy rate. The question will be whether the totality of the data evolving the outlook and the balance and risks are consistent with rising confidence. Shut up, Jerome. Jerome now is on collision course with the election. You bet your butt. This is messed up. All right, let's go to the timeline. We're going to talk about this, and then we're going to come back to this. Right? There's a method to the madness. Just follow along. And you notice I didn't jerk you around. Short intro, right? Thank the viewers because, yes, you matter most. Got right into my stuff, dude. Not even wasting your time. There's no wine and dine in 69. It is just straight to the biz with me. All right, so check this out. This is the timeline, all right? And I'm going to put my cursor right where we got the rate. Right here. Right here where my cursor is where we got the announcement. All right? Check it out. And these are on 30-minute candlesticks. So at 2:30, Jerome got on the mic right here. All right? He talked, answered questions, and boom, look at that. As soon as Jerome Powell got on the mic, the market absolutely dumped on itself. And I have XRP up on screen. Now, mind you, the reason I have XRP up specifically on the screen is because XRP was bucking the trend here. Remember, everyone was kind of going into this Torres FOMO pumping, and every day that goes on, yes, the tension builds, but can the money keep up with the tension? And I'm watching this and I'm going, okay, there were some early pumps right here earlier in the day. But as soon as Jerome Powell talked, the market just kept dumping. And it goes back to expectations versus reality. And don't get me wrong, there is some Mt. Gox payout happening right now. There's some United States government going on. They're dumping some crypto, but I'm watching it right now. They didn't dump that much. They did not dump much at all. I've got the chart up on screen. Now, I've got all this linked down below. This is the United States government's crypto assets. What crypto does the United States government own? Well, guess what? It's all right here. All right here. They got a little bit of SHIB, not much, 872,000. A little bit of BUSD. They got some AUSDC. Wrapped ETH, TRX, I wouldn't touch that. So anyways, we're seeing that this market move came as Powell started delivering his remarks. And what it appears to us is that the market was pretty much looking for him to say, yes, cuts September, end of story, done. We're going to do it. Where instead he's like, look, it's looking good, but we got to make sure that the data's in line. Job market's cooling down, right? Housing had some favorable reports. Inventory still sucks ass, but housing had some favorable reports. But now you start talking about that added dimension of how this affects the election. And this is what Jerome said. He said, anything that we do before, during, or after the election will be based on the data, the outlook, and the balance of risks, not anything else, okay? The problem is if we get a rate cut and the market starts seeing that, and we get that rate cut in September, that will be a huge, huge boost to the Democrats. Because their platform on the economic policy side of it can be, you know what? We had some bad things. We weathered the storm. Look, we're getting out of it now. Things are getting better. Look, we're already cutting rates. They can use that as an economic tool. Now, on the Republican side, the Republicans have been looking at this going, yo, you've messed up the economy. Like, you've brought us into more debt. I mean, like, our cities are kind of falling apart. Infrastructure's falling apart. And to be honest with you, infrastructure's been falling apart what side has been on. Just the country as a whole is just falling apart infrastructure-wise. It's seriously, like, go over one of your local bridges, like, and just park your car after you cross the bridge and just get out of your car and just, like, look at it. They're, like, when you get out of your car and you actually, like, start looking at the columns and the bolts and the pillars and you see, like, all these big sections of rust and, like, huge cracks in, like, concrete foundation. I'm not talking, like, the little mini. I'm talking, like, big crack. I mean, like, dude, it's all over. So now Powell's at this political crosshairs, and it's at the point now where it's almost like JP, dude, he's screwed. He's screwed both ways. If Powell drops it in September, we know it helps the Democrats on their economic policy. That is an undeniable fact that this would not be good for the Democrats on a financial sense. So he drops it then. Do you think the Republicans are going to be happy with that? If they end up winning the election, they're going to be like, yo, JP, remember that time where, like, you could have paused one more time? You could have kept your hands on our throats, Big Daddy. And he's like, look, no one said the safe word. Go fuck yourself. And it's crazy. Because now you're giving the Democrats a huge bullet. And not that there's anything wrong. This is just how it's lining up. You play the game how the game falls, right? If you go out there and you go on the pitch and it's raining hard as hell and you didn't bring longer spikes for your shoes, that's your fault. Rain comes, you got to learn how to play with it. You got to learn how to be prepared when something good falls in your lap and utilize it. See? Unbiased news tier. Giving you a little on each side. So now that we've broken through 60, which really sucks, because we've been holding on. Look at this. Look at that when I zoom out. This is healthy. Look at that. There's a long chunk here at 60. 60's right here, this hash line. Right here. Man, we hit it the first time. We bounced back up, which was nice. Then we plopped right back through, sitting at 58.25. So I guess now we just have to wait and see what happens first. Are you ready for the latest fun prop bet action? What happens first? U.S. rate cut. Torres coming out with her action with XRP, XEC, and Ripple. Or C, Cody Co actually coming on. There you go. A little bit of naughty humor. But yeah, it truly appears that one man has that much influence over the global market. I mean, I'm just thinking about this and I'm just sitting here going, you know what? It bugs me that, like, U.S. politics, U.S. financial news has an effect on countries and people that have nothing to do with the United States. There is no tether to them whatsoever, and that is absolutely wrong. And y'all know, like, I live in the United States, so, like, I'm totally saying that, dude, that is just not fair. And it's also not fair for the Republicans that if they do get a cut in September, it's not going to help them out at all. But that is how life is. Sometimes those are the cards you're dealt with. You just have to learn to adapt and play within that system. I'm bummed, man. I was thinking the market had quite a bit more money in it, but it goes back to the user question we had in the beginning. Brennan Hammer. And he asked, you know, I'm happy with these low prices. What is actually low? And does it change how people are feeling about this? Or is it time for more stacking? Or is it time for more playing shorts? You tell me. I got to do some stretching, hence the headband. Actually, I just worked out. I got to stretch now. So let me know. I'm going to stretch, read some comments. I'll catch you cool cats later. Choo-choo, bitches.